in 2025, my goal is that I'm going to actually post on TikTok. My Bookstagram's going pretty good, and I would like to start posting daily, or don't hold me to that, actually. Maybe not daily, but I'm going to try to post often. And so I'm going to start it with my top reads of 2024, and hear me out. I tried to do 5. I tried. However, there are 8, and I am going to count series as 1. In this house, that's the rule. Okay. So here we go. Let's get into it. Okay, we're going to start with Tracy Barsky's Love Undercover. Our main characters are Sadie and Chase. And it starts off with her not really knowing that she is in trouble, but her ex-boyfriend had done some bad things. It got her into trouble. Some bad men are after her. Chase is an undercover agent that is trying to solve what is happening and figure out where these bad guys are, and get, the evidence that he needs to arrest people. And so he ends up throwing her into the trunk of his car and taking her out into the middle of nowhere, obviously, to protect her. That wasn't scary at all for her. And so he has to figure out how to keep her safe while she is sassy. And then obviously there's some love. Now, God of Endings by Jacqueline Holland is one of my very favorites. Definitely top 5. And it is a fantasy. She is a vampire, but it's more like existential thinking, and like, is it worth living this long? And what is it like to live through all of these generations while people around you are dying and you're having to move on because obviously you're living for so long that you can't stay in the same spot for so long. And it is seriously so good. So if you need a book in 2025, please, please, please. A Barnes & Noble person really convinced me to buy this, which usually does not end well for me. I'm just going to be honest. Usually those books, I'm like, was that worth it? No, it wasn't worth it. But this one, 5-star, it'll always be on my bookshelf. This is what I mean by series/duologies, trilogies, whatever. They do count as one in this house, okay? And this is War of the Unborn and Unborn Rising. It is a duology that is written by 2 different authors, but obviously together. They can be read in any order. This one is by C.H. Lynn. This one is by Tracy Barsky again. These are the special editions that I went ahead and got in a really cool book box that I've done a video on my Instagram about. But these are wonderful, and I read them in a different order than other people did, and it made so much sense. They clicked together, the stories intertwined beautifully, and I loved it so much. This is very post-apocalyptic era, very like made people that they made to be soldiers in the war, that now that the war is over, they're like, what do we do with these people? Some people don't mind them, and other like humans obviously don't want them around anymore. And so there's lots of crazy things happening where their people are going dark, which they just kind of freak out and start killing people or their own kind. And they're trying to figure out what the heck is going on while they're like losing people that they love. These are made soldiers, but they have feelings, and they are still like human essentially in their brains and stuff. So this was just like wonderfully made, and I love that it was 2 different authors. And I also love that it doesn't like necessarily like feel like that, but the characters are different, and the characters are written by different people, and so it's just so good. So good. We're gonna be Stumpin' the Soul Thief by Ezra Snookle. I'm not sure how to say his last name. My book is very damaged because Amazon really did me wrong, but I have another copy coming. And mine was just wet in the rain and in the package. So it's beautiful, I swear. And anyways, this book is very adventurous. This brought me right back to like high school, junior high, when you're like reading all of your Percy Jacksons. I have not read a lot of them, but I have started reading those with my children, and it feels very similar to that. It's like Percy Jackson mixed with like Pirates of the Caribbean, okay? Very good, very well thought out. The characters are beautiful. I even cried a little bit in this. It's very YA, but so good. It is about a boy that accidentally ends up killing somebody, but that situation's a little muddy too and weird, and he ends up being taken and wakes up on a ship on its way to a pirate school that is going to teach him how to be a pirate, but also they have normal classes too, like math and English and stuff like that, but teaches you how to be a pirate and how to like protect yourself and live the way of the pirates. And it just has odes to all of your favorite things like Blackbeard and like even a little bit of My Little Mermaid, and which that part was so cute. I just feel like it was so small but so cute. And yeah, you just love the characters. You love where it's what it looks like, and you can imagine everything, and it's just so cute. And there's like little I don't even want to call it romance because I just feel like it's like smitten. So yeah, just very cute, very adventurous, very good characters, found family where you're like in love with everybody, and I just loved it so much. Another, and you can't tell me what to do, Throne of Glass. That whole series will forever be in my mind, and I wish that I could read it for the first time over and over and over again, because it was just perfection in my fantasy brain. I love fantasy with my whole heart. And Throne of Glass was like everything that it needed to be. The world building, the characters, the emotion, the amount of times that I cried during this entire series is a little insane. So Sarah J. Maas, maybe you should just like slow your roll a little bit on that, okay? I don't need to cry all the time, but love this. People are posting about this all the time, so you can figure out what this is about, but it is just like perfection. Dragons, witches, fae, everything, and not smutty, which ACOTAR is very smutty, which I also liked that, but this one is not, and I love it. Love. Dare I say more than ACOTAR, which is why it didn't make the cut today, unfortunately. The Jewel, The Night She Disappeared. Okay, this was my first Lisa Jewell book, also one of my first thrillers. I've read a little bit here and there, but not really. And this one was like so fantastically fun. I enjoyed every bit of it. I was about to do like a whole crime board in my bedroom at one point because I was like, I need to know who did this, who did it. Okay. Just very, very good. It's about I think it's just so two kids disappear from a party and nobody knows where they went, and they're trying to figure out like what happened to them. Are they dead? Are they alive? And it's like mom of the girl is searching for daughter, and she's like the only one not really giving up. And then all of a sudden there's like weird clues coming up to like other people around the town and stuff, and somebody that just moved in is getting weird clues, and like somebody wants you to know who did it and what happened, but nobody really knows until literally the last chapter where you're like, okay. And I kind of guessed like part of it a little bit, but it was not quite what I thought. And just so good. Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout. I think I started the series maybe in 2023, but I have been going through it in 2024. I've not quite finished the series, but this is so well done as well. I know that I've seen other videos of people reviewing these books, and they say like the dialogue is too long, there's too much talking, there's too much like of the characters having conversations, and I love that because I feel like you get all of the details. It feels so real. It feels like you're like sitting on the couch in the room while these characters are talking to each other. It is a little bit spicier than I typically like. But it is very good. I love it. The world building, the characters, the found family, the powers, the fantasy world, the kind of like turns everywhere you go. I have one more book to read in this series actually, but Amazon sent it to me not even the same size, and it didn't even look the same. So I'm really upset about that. But so good. Okay. One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. Okay. Yes. People either love this or they hate it, and I loved it. Okay, I will always have these on my shelf. I almost bought the special editions, but tell me why those special editions were not that cute, and I'm kind of upset about it. So I didn't. I still have just the paperbacks, but this is so very good. This is a world built on like tarot cards kind of, and if you're rich, and pretty much I feel like it's like the rich and known have these cards that do different things, and if you are very rich like a king, you're gonna have a lot of them, but all 12 of the cards have not been seen together in a very long time. There's one card in particular that our main character Elspeth ends up encountering and touching, and she ends up like sucking up the Shepherd King into her brain, like absorbing the card kind of, and he is now inside of her head, trying to tell her what to do and where to go and how to get these cards back together, because he would like to be freed of this like being stuck inside this card. And so yeah. Yeah. All the chapters have like little tarot cards that have little like poems or like little riddles on them. And I know that people were like, oh yeah, that just gave the whole book away. I figured it out by just those riddles. I did not. Okay. Maybe I'm not that smart, but I didn't figure it out. I just enjoyed the heck out of this. I cried at the end because I was just, I'm not going to tell you why, but I just loved it. I even liked the little Shepherd King in her head a lot, actually. Yes. And that is my top 8 reads of 2024. And I am very excited to get into 2025. I really wanted to read 100 books this year, but I only got to 93. I say only, that's still a lot, but I was really hoping to get to 100, but November and December, I was struggling to read. So, that is it. And I'm so excited. Hope that you check some of these out in 2025.